a jigsaw puzzle of color fields. This is Sleeping Dreams by Richard Kemble. The colorful forms are actually balloons. Kemble was inspired by nature and his travels, with landscapes being the predominant subjects of his works. This whimsical scene stands out as a unique subject, which was based on his experiences while visiting Mexico City in 1976. Sundays in Chapultepec Park are known for being lively and colorful, with vendors selling their goods, including brightly colored balloons. Kemble abstracted the balloons, floating freely above the city. The large-scale work is a tritology, a group of 4 connected works. Kemble's style was influenced by American painters such as Charles Burchfield, as well as mid-20th century color-filled painters, whose works were often characterized by large areas of flat colors. Kemble plays with primary and secondary colors, with singular yellow balloons accenting the background and filling in space around the large color groupings of red, blue, and green balloons. We can also see how Kemble layered the different colors and forms over each other. Kemble was a printmaker and sculptor later in life after pursuing other careers. Born in Erie, Pennsylvania to English parents that worked in embassies in Washington, D.C., the family moved to South London, where Kemble spent most of his childhood. Following World War II, Kemble would assist his father, who was the catering manager at a bakery, and went on to attend baking school, eventually specializing in ice sculptures. In 1965, Kemble moved back to Pennsylvania, where he earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Trenton State College, and was first introduced to printmaking in an elective course under Joseph Desmarais, who was known for his textured intaglio prints. He later taught cooking and food technology at Pratt Institute while taking printmaking classes at the Pratt Graphic Center in Manhattan with Claire Romano, Al Blaustein, and, most impactfully, Carol Summers, from whom he learned about woodcuts. Woodcuts are the oldest form of printmaking, using tools to carve a design into the surface of a wooden block to create a relief image. Kemble developed his woodcut process after much experimentation. He began by drawing the design on a plate of either plywood or masonite and cutting the pieces.
What I'm doing here is putting carbon paper down so that when I take the drawing, I can then transfer it to the wood to be cut into segments.
As you blueprint this onto the plate, this is a masonite plate, I assume?
This is masonite.
Yeah. Do you add lines or change lines?
Oh yeah, I change lines as I see fit. And also the saw will once again change lines with a slightly different direction. There's a flow that becomes part of whatever happens, happens.
But
the reason I use a ruler for that section is that when the print is done, the ocean going up the hill doesn't look right, so I use a ruler just to ensure that it is a straight line.
This is then the only straight line in this whole image, isn't it?
Yes. That is ready to be cut into segments. Now, this might look easy, but it's taken quite a few years of experience to just make the wood go away.
This is now the only really traditional part of your woodcuts. Cutting away by hand,
Yeah.
will not be shown.
Right. That will be the negative part of the wood.
He would then spread the ink on the pieces and reassemble them like jigsaw puzzle pieces to form the desired image.
There's a certain sound that is necessary for the amount of ink that is on the plate. If it doesn't sound sufficiently tacky, then it's usually not enough ink. And if I don't rock this evenly enough, the brayer marks show up, so I want a very even coat of ink. This is the part that makes the difference between a machine-made print and a handmade print, is that the amount of error that happens in this clean part.
Japanese paper was laid on top and hand-pressed with a clean brayer.
It's made from mulberry tree that is, in fact, there's frequently little piece of wood. I can see a piece of wood in here right now.
The paper was peeled away and set on a clean surface, where Kemble would then treat the blank side with a solvent.
What exactly is this you're spraying it with?
This is mineral spirits.
And what is the purpose of the spraying?
To bleed the ink through from the back of the paper to penetrate the total paper.
And you will actually show this side then?
This will be the front, yeah. Go.
The blotting paper will absorb the excess mineral spirits and impede the bleeding process.
Once dried, Kemble would sign, date, and number the print along with a red ink stamp in the style of traditional Japanese woodcuts. Kemble didn't identify as a realist, though his subjects were recognizable. He explained, "I hope the viewer will see more than what is. I believe that my successful works are imbued with some kind of spirituality, which transcends my ability to verbalize."